Alain Badiou said, liberal capitalism is not at all the good of humanity. Quite the contrary, it is the vehicle of savage, destructive nihilism, meaning capitalism in all its forms, shapes, or contents cannot be considered to be anything good, moral, wise, or ethical at all under any circumstances and situations because capitalism was primarily invented, innovated, and then brought into the world as well as into our lives and individual careers with their primary purpose and exclusive intention to basically establish dominance, control, and manipulation over all of us in one way or another, as well as to basically enslave and subjugate our individual lives, including our thinking, mentality, perception, and even to our actions. Everything has been capitalized so far, and we just cannot break away from the cruel webs of capitalism. We just cannot cut the strings because the whole society, politics, and country has fallen victim to capitalists, bureaucrats, and elites that are now pulling the strings and running the show from behind the scenes, but they are the ones who are in absolute control of not only our lives but also the governments, politicians, and all the other workers. All are being controlled by the capitalism as a whole and by capitalists in general. And that means when it comes to liberal capitalism, then it does not necessarily hint at or implicate or suggest anything that has any character, integrity, morality, clarity, intention, or authenticity about itself, but it again furthers the already existing process of destruction, doom, and the whole annihilation of mankind, and again the stripping of it of its resources, vitality, attention, focus. Everything has either been capitalized or everything has been turned into a weapon for the primary purpose of exploitation and manipulation of one group of people by the other. So capitalism is dangerous not only for what it represents, but for what it does to us, what it is capable of doing to us in its entirety, and what it transforms us into eventually. Capitalism must be avoided and it must be protested against and revolted against under all circumstances and situations because everything has been turned into a business now. We are having to pay for everything, even in the midst of high inflation, unparalleled unemployment, and other sorts of lurking evils such as injustice, inequality. Now there is the capitalism that has already created nihilism